Hey, everybody. Can you hear me? Hi, Cheryl. Margie. Can you guys hear me? Okay, Cheryl, you're muted. Hey, Jane, we've got a small group today, and it's going to be good. Some more people might jump on a little bit, but it is no big deal because more people will get the recording. And I'm just going to pause the recording for a second. All right, welcome. Happy New Year, everybody. We are now in January of 2019. This is our first webinar for Smart Lady Marketers for the year 2019. And our last webinar we did, we were still called Ladies of LMV. But since Jason and James came to me and said, can you change the name? Because you're really not like an LMV. We're not employed by LMV. So they said, the group is great. We love it. We support it. You guys are doing awesome things. Just take LMV out of the title of the group. So that's why I did that poll in the group. And now we have Smart Lady Marketers, which is great because the LMV group on Facebook is Smart Marketers. And now we're the Smart Lady Marketers. So I think it's probably a better name for us anyway. So if you have ideas of topics that you want us to talk about in upcoming webinars, send me a message on Facebook or post it in the group. That would be great. As a reminder, our group, there's no, please don't promote any other products in our group. We want to keep it all contained and related to LMV. And like I said before, we're going to do a lot of mindset with our group. And you'll see posts that I do and other people do about how to get clients, how to convert them. We're going to talk about in our group everything from mindset and work-life balance with family. If you have family and you're trying to start this business and get it up and running, but you still have to go do dishes and you have to take the kids places, all that stuff. So we're going to be talking about balance with that. Everything up to the point where you get the sale. When you close the sale and you want to start running a campaign, if you have questions about how to run a campaign, then please take those questions over to the Smart Marketers group. Our group is more mindset and getting ready, finding the people to talk to, closing the sale, all the way up to the point where you start the funnel for your clients. All right. James and Jason talk about partnerships. If you've not considered a partnership before, consider it. You can get so much further doing, let's say you have 100 clients that you're sharing revenue with than if you do 5 clients that are by yourself. Okay, you'll go a lot further. I went kicking and screaming into a partnership. Now I'm so glad. It's the best thing that we've ever done is to do a partnership. And if you're, James and Jason are going to have a preferred partners list of people in the vault that you can partner up with. You can partner up with any of them. My partner and I, Dave, we have the Slight Bridge agency. So if you're looking for tech support, we can help you with that. But the purpose of these webinars is not to get people to our platform. It's not it at all. I have a heart for women especially who are entrepreneurs and are trying to find that balance and have family, have a life outside of work, but that they're also entrepreneurial and they want to make it work. I have a passion for helping people get past their roadblocks, their fears, their challenges to go after what they want in life. So I need to meet everybody. There we go. All right, I think I'm muting everybody. Okay, good. Hey, Gail. And Doris, welcome. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get started on the talk for today. We have 2 topics. One is top client getting methods for 2019. The other one is personality colors for prospecting and closing sales. This is fun. This is a fun talk, and you might want to come back and watch it again. And I'll post it on YouTube. I might make this video an open access video for anybody on YouTube, not just our Smart Lady Marketers, because it's a fun topic that applies to pretty much any entrepreneur. All right, so I'm going to share my screen, and I apologize for the last talk I did. Somehow everybody's pictures got displayed right on the slides. I didn't think they would show, but it did. So let me change this. See if I can get it. If somebody knows how to do this, that would be great. Let me see what happens. All right, view. Oh, that's what I'm gonna do. Yay, that's how you do it. Okay, got it. All right. Page, slide master. Presentation views. I might just leave it here for now. Oh, sorry. Why? Anyway, okay. All right, so personality colors for prospecting and closing more clients. I did this presentation initially for people in network marketing, and I did it for my Facebook course. So I have a course on how to recruit people to affiliate marketing and network marketing on Facebook. And this talk comes out of there, but I modified it for people who are doing local marketing to small businesses and trying to get small businesses more leads and more customers, web design, things like that. So to help the small business owner grow their own businesses more. And that's what we're all doing in Smart Lady Marketers and in the local marketing vault. So what you're going to learn today are the differences between different personality colors. When you understand how people operate, they're forming personality types. There's red and yellow and blue and green. We're all a little bit different, and we'll all have a different percentage of each color in our own personality. So when you go through this, maybe the first time, you look at it in terms of your own personality and how you operate. Try to figure out which color you are most dominant in. And then you can go back and watch it again and with the frame of reference of what other people are like. You'll see other people's personalities shine through with whether you're messaging them on Facebook or you have you're talking to a prospect, a client. And the more you understand their kind of personality, then you can speak to them in terms that will make the most sense to them. So if you talk to somebody who's a blue personality and you're a green personality, you're going to want to talk in a more lively fashion. When you do that and you match the blue person's personality, you'll connect with them better, and they're going to be more drawn to you because you're more like them. Like attracts like, right? So whatever you put out there, you're going to draw back to you. So there are several different personality color tests online. Most people have one or two dominant colors. And like I said, don't look just for your color. Think about your prospects and how you can relate to them. We have red, blue, yellow, and green, and I'm going to go through each of these colors. By the way, I have my German Shepherd in my office right now, and I forgot to set her outside of my office before our call. So if she starts to bark, I'll have to get up and remove her. So here we go. Red color. This type personality is very intense. They're driven, they love to win, and they're all about conquering. These people are the CEOs of companies. They are the ones who are the leaders. They're in charge. Many entrepreneurs have a lot of red in them. It's just in their nature. Like, you won't see as many yellow personalities as entrepreneurs. They'll be there and you'll find some, but the people who are driven and ready to go out there and set goals and achieve them, they can do it rather independently. They don't need to be told what to do. That's a red personality. So you'll know a red personality. They walk into the room and they're sizing up their competition. When they speak, they're very direct, to the point. There is no fluff. When you get a message or an email from a red person, it's probably going to be really short. And if you're a yellow personality where you're touchy-feely and you're all about story and prose, Prose, like, it may be challenging when you get a message from a red because you think, are they mad at me? And no, the red isn't mad at you. The red is just more direct, and they get to the point a lot faster. So you'll see GTP, which is get to the point. And they're extremely competitive. They're determined. They set a goal and they go after it. I put intense in here again. They're intense, they're confident, and they're really driven to be the best. Okay? They love a challenge. They love contests. These are the people who've been entrepreneurs since they were toddlers. Okay? Lemonade stand, what that means is these people likely had a lemonade stand growing up. Okay? They've been an entrepreneur since they could walk. They'll go for something that's challenging, even if they don't have the skills to do it. They're the ones who are ready, fire, aim. They just go after something and then they figure out later. Usually an entrepreneur will say yes to something and later they'll figure out how to do it. Reds like flashy things. They like cars, they like money, they like expensive clothing, nice watches. You'll see more leaders as red. They're high performance. They want constant activity. I'm like this. I cannot sit still. If I sit down for more than 10 or 15 minutes, I'm up again because I have to be doing something. I don't sit very well. I don't sit quietly very well. If I'm sitting down, I want to be reading. I want to be listening. I want to be learning. I want to be doing something because I don't want to waste time. My view is life is too short to just sit around and do nothing. There's so many things we can get out and enjoy or be productive or help people. So you'll see reds are constantly in motion. There is no mountain too high for a red to climb. The more, the merrier. The harder the challenge, the more challenged they are to go out and conquer. And they'll figure things out as they go. Like I said, a red will say yes first and they'll figure it out later. They're born with the attitude of, okay, I can do it now. Okay? They're very enterprising. Act now, think later. Reds are not as good at time management though. Okay, but they do make decisions quickly. So if you go to a red with a proposition, like a business, like selling leads to them or web design or something, a red personality will decide on the spot, yeah, this is the right thing to do. I'm going to go forward. Okay. When you're talking to a red on Facebook, and the reason I'm including some Facebook slides on here are that this whole group, our Smart Lady Marketers group, started as a Facebook group. We came from a Facebook group, and we will be talking to prospects probably on Facebook as well. So when you are looking at a red personality's profile, their timeline, you're going to see things they post about are flashy things. You'll see lots of color. They'll post about competitions or accomplishments, extreme sports, things like that. In Messenger, if you're in a conversation with a red personality, they're going to give you short answers. Like I said before, they're quick to make business decisions, and they will act before knowing how to do it. Something you could say to a red personality is, if you're talking to a red personality, a red business owner, let's say it's a realtor, somebody, you would say something like this: I only work with one business owner per geographic area. So I want to make sure that you're a good fit for our agency. Ladies, you can be discriminating when talking to your prospects. It's good to do that because you don't want to partner up with anybody. So when you're interviewing potential clients, you're interviewing them for a good fit for your agency as much as you are trying to sell to them. You don't want just anybody to be partnered up with you. Like if you partner up with a realtor and they turn out just to not be producers at all, or you don't like their personality, now you're kind of stuck with them, right? So you want to make sure you're finding people who are going to be a good match for you. Oh, look, I just figured it out. Okay, let's see. Oh, good. Okay. All right, the green personality. The green is the person who's very analytical. They are spreadsheets. They are cross the T's and dot the I's, detail oriented, very numbers driven. You'll see a lot of bankers, engineers, accountants are very green. My husband works as a consultant for big banks, and he works at a high level with CEOs, and he's always doing spreadsheets. In fact, my husband is so green that he does spreadsheets for our vacations. It's crazy, okay? So he does spreadsheets on what to pack and every step of the way where we're going on vacation. So they like that. They like the more details, the better. They're very process-oriented. They're organized, and they start on time, and they're not very tolerant when people show up late, okay? Everything is scheduled for them. If you talk to them about something that's going on, they want to know what's the plan. They're very practical people, and they like a predictable schedule, and they're pretty predictable as well. They love efficiency. They hate chaos and disorder. They thrive on order. Uh, you'll see people with OCD are probably more green. Okay, they need order constantly. They're more about function than they are fashion. They want clothes that fit. They don't really care. Like, is it Steve Jobs or Bill Gates? Can't remember. I think it's Steve Jobs. Had like the same outfit in his closet over and over again, like, or the same color T-shirt or the same wear. He wore the same thing every day. That way, when he got up in the morning, he didn't have to worry about what he was going to wear. He just put on the same thing. It was one less decision that he would have to make. I tend to do that too. In my closet, I just have the same kind of long sleeve T-shirt that I get from the Gap. I have a bunch of different colors, and I'll just grab one and I'll just wear that color that day. So it's real easy for me just to pick something and go. The green person will ask lots of questions, and that person will also want to do a lot of research. So they may not sign up with you right away. They're going to want to gather more information and give it to them. It's okay. What happens with the green is, even though they want to do a lot of research, if they commit to you, they're usually very loyal and they'll stick with you for a long time. So they take a long time to make a decision, but once they do, they are committed. The green's Facebook profile, you'll know a green because you won't see them posting very often at all. Like, my partner is Dave Stowers, and if you go to his wall, he posts every few days or every couple of weeks. He's a very green personality. You will also be able to tell by his cover photo that he's a green personality because his cover photo shows his 4 computer screens. So that would be a green personality. They'll also post with numbers and specifics about whatever topic they're posting about. They will see things in black and white. There's not a lot of gray area in them, and they are not led by emotion. In Messenger, you'll see, like the red personality, they don't post with many words, okay? But it doesn't mean they aren't interested. Oh, the word aren't, it's covered up by the green image. Sorry about that. All right, they're very analytical in nature, which means they will ask lots of questions. Again, about the research. When you're talking in Messenger, they're going to want to research whatever it is that you want to talk to them about. They want more data, and they want to look at all the steps. They want to know what the steps are before taking action. So one thing you could say to a green is that, like, keywords you could use with them is that you have a systematic approach to getting more customers, or you have a methodical approach to getting more customers for them. They want to know that you have steps, exact, precise steps to getting more customers. This is really powerful. I mean, you don't want to be fluffy with the green. You want to be direct, and you want to talk about specific steps. The blue personality. This person is the life of the party, okay? They are fun. They're vibrant. They wear colorful clothing. They're extremely outgoing. They walk into a room and they just light up the room. Okay, people know when a blue personality shows up because they come in and they're loud, they're smiling, they're laughing, and they're having a good time. They're saying hello to everybody, and they're super friendly and outgoing and adventurous. They're just fun people, okay? People smile just by looking at them because they've got that personality that is very outgoing and just is very attractive to a lot of people. The blues do like to be complimented, okay? And they want to be around people. Blues do not do well in isolation, okay? They are very sincere people. They're not about blowing smoke. They genuinely care about who you are and what you have going on, okay? However, the blue does have a couple things that are kind of against them. They're very disorganized. They thrive on chaos and drama. The green personality does not have much patience for drama. They don't want the drama. In fact, they'll avoid it. And if somebody comes to them with drama, they're likely to shut them out. But the blue person loves the drama. And they'll talk more about people. Like, did you know what happened with this person? And they live on that drama. Okay. They're not usually very much on time. Like, to them, as long as you get done what you want to get done, they don't care as much about being on time. And they're not doing it to be offensive or disrespectful to a red or a green personality. It's just not as important to them. So they won't always be on time. Not detail-oriented. They're not really driven by money either. They're more driven by experience. So when you're talking to a blue business owner, you could talk to them about their end goal and maybe what the money would provide them. But if you're talking to a blue about how much money they can make by getting leads for their business, getting more customers, whatever, getting more people to their website, if you talk to them in terms of money, they may not buy from you. But if you talk to them in terms of what they can do with the money that they'd be earning as a result of your advertising, that's a different story. So when you're interviewing your potential clients, you want to ask them about their end goal. Like, what is it that you want to achieve in your business? And we're going to talk about that at the end of the personality portion of this webinar, okay? The blue loves public recognition. They like to receive awards. They like to be on stage. They just like to be recognized. And they love meeting new people. This is funny, okay? So the blue will talk to you while they're on the toilet, okay? Even when they're in the shower, they'll like yell through the shower. So the blue doesn't really care. They're just about experiencing life and experiencing it with people, okay? They love parties. On Facebook, this is what you'll see with a blue personality. You'll see pictures of parties. You'll see pictures of lots of people. They're out eating or drinking. They're telling funny stories. You'll see jokes. Like their Facebook wall is like, you can just look at it. You see lots of energy and lots of like fun being had by all. In Messenger, if you're in a message with a blue personality, the blue personality will often talk with lots of emojis. You'll know you have a good conversation going with the blue when you see them responding back to you with lots of emojis. Okay. I did a Facebook talk for this group before the holidays, and go back and watch that because I talk in that webinar about how to connect with different personalities. I'm sorry, I talk a little bit about different personalities, but I talk more about how to connect with prospects on Facebook Messenger. So a blue personality is different than a red on Messenger. The red personality, is very direct and to the point. Same with a green. But the blue, they're going to go on with long responses. They're often high energy, and they'll talk in lots of adjectives and descriptors. They're motivated by fun things. They want trips, they want contests, they want community. They want to be part of something. They want to be part of a group, okay? They are also motivated by recognition. So, and they like compliments, like I said before. So if you come across a blue personality, make sure that you compliment them and make sure that your compliments are genuine. Okay, these people are very sincere. So you want to be sincere in your compliments of them. The yellow personality. Okay, this is the one who will be a slower talker. They usually talk more quietly. And they have more of a crunchy, nutty way of living, okay? They wear tie-dye and Birkenstock sandals, okay? They're very earthy people, and there's nothing wrong with this. Just this is how a yellow operates. They're extremely nurturing. They're the ones who are going to put their hand on your shoulder, and they'll help you calm down if you're like freaking out about something. They're compassionate, empathetic, they're patient. The yellow personality is the ideal best friend for a blue, okay? Because the blue is very outgoing, gregarious, and the yellow is very calming. And the yellow will let the blue shine. And the yellow would stand more in the background. The yellow doesn't mind standing in the background. So the yellow will always put other people first. Yellow is very eager to please. They're not competitive. So this is why you won't see a lot of yellows as successful entrepreneurs. You may see yellows who want to be a successful entrepreneur, but there's so much more about putting other people first, and they're not competitive. So they may not reach the same levels of income as a red might. Okay. These are the peacemakers. They do not want to make waves. They're not confrontational. A red would be very confrontational, but a yellow is not. The yellow personality is really into the organic way of living, okay? They're into organic foods, soaps, clothing, essential oils. They might be into like healing and energy and all that kind of stuff. They will dress for comfort, not fashion. Okay? You'll see lots of flowing skirts. You'll see necklaces that are long beads. They hang long. a lot of elastic waistbands on the yellow personality. Okay. They're loyal, they're good listeners. Oh, they love bubble baths. They want fluffy pillows, down pillows, and they love to go out stargazing. Okay, they're just kind of out there. And this is a wonderful, if you're not yellow, it's a wonderful to have a yellow friend because they will help keep you somewhat grounded and appreciating the nature that's around you. Yellow, though, is going to have clutter everywhere. Okay. Oh, I'm so sorry. Hold on. Start. Hold on. I'll be right back. Ginger. Sorry. My son came home early from school, and I couldn't get to mute fast enough. Okay. So the yellow personality, whoops. On Facebook, you'll see they'll have pictures of flowers, their fields, and animals, like animal videos, cat videos, lots of GIFs that would, GIFs that would have to do with that kind of thing. They'll put on touching stories and videos, things that get to your emotion. Okay, I'm going to make sure that we're still on. Are we still on? Are we still recording? I think we are. Okay. All right. Let's see. Facebook Messenger. So you'll see longer messages on the yellow personality. Okay. You will talk to them in story form because that's how you're going to be able to better connect with them. If you are a red person, it may be challenging for you to connect with a yellow in Facebook Messenger, okay? Because the yellow is going to want to go on and on and on and on. A yellow will talk in a giant paragraph. They'll tell you a full page story in one paragraph. And just as a side note about visual flow, when you type messages on Facebook or in a post that you create or a comment you leave or an email that you do, any form of written communication, you really want to think about your visual flow. You don't want to have one giant paragraph. It's too challenging to the eyes and people are not going to read it. Make sure you only type a line or two and then you hit your return button a couple times to give some spacing in what you're typing about, okay? The red personality, so that was a side note, squirrel. The red personality will be direct, short, to the point, so will a green, but the blues and the yellows, they will type out long messages. You'll reach a yellow by talking to them in story form, like I said. When you talk to a small business owner who's yellow, talk to them about how working with you will bring them more customers so they can serve more people, okay? Your goal with the yellow, it's not so money driven. Okay, it's about what they can achieve and who they can reach as a result of using your services. Okay, the yellow people love to help other people. So you want to talk to them in terms of how your business can help them help people. So here's something that's really funny that I want to share with you. Just for kicks and giggles. Here are some other ways that you'll be able to identify different personalities, okay? When it comes to going out to eat, I'm going to start with that. Okay. And then we'll go on to the other ones. A green personality will not allow any foods to touch, and they will not share with you, okay? Their food is their food, and that's just the way it is. A blue personality wants everybody else to order first so that they can have a taste of what everyone else is eating. A yellow personality, they don't really care what they get to eat. And if you go out to a restaurant, they don't really care where you're going to go to eat. They just want to spend time with you. The red personality, they'll eat, done, and gone. They'll get the food, they'll eat it, they'll finish it quickly, and then they're gone. They are always the first ones done with a meal. They're the first ones done with pretty much everything, okay? They're on a mission, they eat the meal, it's over. All right. When it comes to sex, yes, sex. The blue personality, any place, anywhere, anytime, Mile High Club in the airplane, golf courses, whatever, they don't care. The yellow personality, they want to set the mood, light the candles, have a bubble bath, a nice glass of wine. They'll remember birthdays and anniversaries. They'll put flower petals on the bed. They'll cook your dinner and they'll clean it up. And you might want a dual bubble bath, and they're going to massage your feet in the tub. The green personality, okay, they're very orderly and process oriented, right? So the green personality, when it comes to sex, everything is cleaned in the house, everything's organized, the kids are in bed, it's 9 o'clock, let's go. That's the green. The red person is no time for foreplay, it's quick, it's done, it's out of here. Don't caress my hair, let's just get to it already. All right, so that's the red. Now, when it comes to bathroom habits and using toilet paper in different ways, I can't even say this without laughing. The yellow personality, when it comes to toilet paper, wants to save the environment. They want something soft, but they're not going to use a lot of tissue because they don't want to be wasteful. They won't overuse it, but they want it soft. The red personality may be on the phone. They may be on the phone or closing deals. They wait until every last second to go to the bathroom. They're quick, they're efficient. Boom, bada boom, they're done, I'm out of here. They're in, they're out, they're gone. And the blue personality, they're going to talk on the phone while they're on the toilet. Okay. The blue personality is who invented the mute button for your cell phone. Okay. So they can go to the bathroom while they're on the toilet. And since they're blue personality, they're very outgoing, high energy. They're going to take a whole big wad of toilet paper, and that's what they use. The green personality is like the military. They're going to use just 4 squares. Okay. And they're going to be very efficient. They're going to 1 square in 4 parts, and they like efficiency. They're not wasting. And when they buy toilet paper, they're going to get whatever's on sale. Okay, they're penny pinchers. All right. So there's that for the personality colors. And let me see. I'm going to come back for a second. Let's see. I'm going to come back for a second and see what you guys thought of this and see what questions you have. Okay, I am back. Do you guys have any questions? Did you like that? Okay, Cheryl, I'm unmuting you.
I learned a lot. That's interesting. It takes a whole new perspective of the interview process to give you a few moments to absorb their personality.
Yes. Yeah. It takes some learning. So you watch this the first time to get an idea of what your own personality is and how you operate and why you do what you do. And when you start to talk to people, it's a little tricky to try to figure out what their personality is, but once you get going, you'll get the groove. Margie put in the chat box, help, I'm a yellow. It's okay. I know that you can have success. We had a phone call this morning, and I can help you with some strategies. But yes, with the yellow, it might be a little more challenging, but when you speak to a red, you'll have to learn how to be more direct and to the point. All right, Gail, did you have something? I'm going to put you back on mute, Cheryl. Wait, hold on. You're still muted. Hi, Gail. Oh, wait. Uh-oh. Hold on. It's not working. There you are.
Okay.
Yeah.
Those last comments were pretty funny.
I know, really?
Now, what happens if now I'm looking, of course, at myself? I think I'm a little bit of a couple of them. So how do you manage that?
All right. What do you think you are?
I hear a couple of different things in all of the colors.
Yeah.
So is that I'd have to imagine that that's a common thing as well.
Yep, it is. Yeah. So I'm blue. I have some red in me, and I have some green. Yellow is my final one. I know that because when I sit down, I'm not usually that patient. I want to be up and moving and running and going. The good thing is to identify what your primary colors are.
Right. I think I would be probably either a red.
Uh-huh.
But then there's some things that are in the blue that I would have to agree with the blue. So
yeah, that's how it goes.
A little bit of all, but to really get a good handle on that so that you can really figure out who other people are.
Yeah. So once you start just operating in this and you start learning more about who you are, then when you connect with the other personalities, those will be strengths for you, Gail. Like you'll know the blue is going to help you connect with more people, and red is going to help you get more stuff done.
Okay, great. Thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome. Okay, I'm going to mute you. And then if you guys have other questions, just put them in the chat box. And I'm going to go back to sharing again. And I'm going to continue on with the next part of this call. So, slideshow. Why? What's wrong? Why? Oh, from Prince. Okay. All right. So this next section, I was typing these out right up until the point it was 12 o'clock. It's time to start. So there are a couple slides that are not finished, but I will still go through them and I'll be able to speak what it is that I want to speak. Okay. So with just a final review on the personalities, go through the slides first for you to figure out your own personality or multiple colors, then review it. And then you might go back. The way I did it and how I learned best what these personality colors meant was every time I met a prospect, I would go back and I would watch the video again of the training I was doing. And then it would help me to connect with them on the second call or the third call or fourth call. And the more it might seem like extra work in the beginning, and it is because you watch the video multiple times, but you'll start to get the hang of it and you'll start to identify other personalities. And then it's really fun. Like you could be at a party or you're out for dinner or you meet some other people, and just by the way they stand, you can tell what kind of personality they are. You can tell by looking at what they're wearing, what kind of personality. Like a yellow is super easy to identify because they're wearing the Birkenstocks, the tie-dye, the flowy skirts, elastic waistband. They're very earthy looking. The red is easy to identify. They're wearing like a business suit, a red power tie. You can tell they're all business. The blue you can tell because they're high energy and they're colorful. The green would be more withdrawn and they would not want to speak up as much. So anyway, one little liner note for you for these people. Red, you want to be more direct when you speak with them. Blue, you want to talk to them about the fun they will have. The yellow, you want to show how you will support them and how what you do will help them to support other people. The green, they're very methodical, systematic. They want step-by-step instructions on anything you give them. All right. So top client getting methods for 2019. I'm giving you the top 3 in my view, okay? Other people will have other views. But starting out with people you know, and actually what this really means is small business owners you know. And I'll give you an idea of what you can say to them. You will almost always have more success with people you know or who you're connected to than if you try to go out and do cold marketing. Okay, when you're sending cold emails to people, it's going to take you hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of emails, sometimes thousands, to start getting results you want. And you have to have a lot of endurance if you're using cold marketing methods because these people don't know you. And we know people like to do business with those they know and like and trust. And when you're dealing in the cold market, if you're on a phone call, you've got just a few minutes, 5 to 7 minutes to build up that know, like, and trust factor with them. When you talk to people you already know, they already know something about you and your background. And if you're new into entrepreneurship and they haven't seen you in this kind of setting before working with small businesses, then it's important to lean on the experience of others around you. So even if you're not partnered up with somebody right now, you can lean on all the people in the vault. Like the Smart Marketers group is more than 3,000 people right now. So you can say to a client or somebody you know, like I'm partnered up with, or I'm connected to a group of online entrepreneurs. I'm going to show you this in a second, okay? So you lean on the experience of those around you who do have experience and have had success, and that let them know these people are accessible to you to help the clients you're talking to, okay, the prospects you're talking to. Networking events. There are lots of kinds of networking events. There are Chamber of Commerce events. There are, like the one I've been going to locally is this What Women Want Networking, WWWN. You can look it up online to see if you have a group near you. If you don't, you can start one. And I just spoke last week with the director of What Women Want Networking. She's on TV, she's on radio, she was a publisher in Cosmopolitan magazine, then a publisher in More magazine, or she was an editor for Cosmopolitan magazine, Cosmo. And her name is Judy Goss, and she's looking to start up new chapters around the country. And it's all about female entrepreneurship. So find a networking group. But networking could also be a party you go to. Like we just had the holidays. You might have gone to a holiday party, and those are networking events, okay, because you're around other people. Lifestyle networking, this is people that you come into contact with just by living life the way you live life. Let's say you go to the coffee shop in the morning to get a cup of coffee, or the bagel store, or whatever you're doing. I don't know if people eat a lot of bagels now, but you're out at the grocery store, you're at Target, you're at Walmart, you're wherever. And I'm not suggesting that you walk up to somebody in the clothing aisle at any store. It's just when you run into people and you strike up a conversation for whatever reason, you might go down the path of talking to, well, what do you do? How long have you been doing that? And what do you like best about it? And if they turn out to be a small business owner, or they might be connected to somebody who is, you just ask them when they ask you what you do. Oh, I help small businesses get more traffic, help them get more customers through online marketing. Who do you know? What small business owner do you know who might be looking for more customers? It's easy. You don't have to make it hard. Okay, let me show you. So this one, small business owners. Oh, and the fourth one is referrals. Okay. Let me show you. Let's say you're talking to somebody people who are small business owners. You can take a screenshot of this. If you have Jing, I don't know if you could see this up on my screen. Sometimes it doesn't come across on video. It's a little sun, and there's this plus sign. I can click on it, and I can capture the image. So get Jing, Jing. It's from a company called TechSmith. TechSmith is also the company that makes Camtasia video software. Okay. You can take screenshots with Jing, or you can come back and watch the replay and take a screenshot then, or use your camera, take a photo with your camera. So people you might say to them, hey, whatever, hey John, how's business going? He says great, or not great, or whatever it is. And you could say at some point in the conversation, I'm just curious, are you looking for more customers? Well, who wouldn't? What small business owner would not want more customers, right? And when they say yes, you can say something simple. Keep it light, okay? Don't get stressed out. Don't get nervous. If you get nervous, then they're going to sense it, and they're going to think, why is she nervous? And maybe I don't want to do what she's asking me to do, okay? You have to be casual and confident. So when they say yes, they're looking for more customers, you could try something like this. I may be able to help you with that. I'm connected with a fantastic group of online marketers who've been having great success with generating leads for small businesses across the country. Let's set up a time to talk in the next few days, and I'll ask you a few questions about your business and then talk with you more about what we do, and we'll see if it's a good fit. How about this date at this time, or this date at this time? Okay, so all you're looking to do on the first conversation is generate interest. And obviously I said it just now in a way that was obvious that I was reading it, but you can do it in a very casual way. Like, are you looking, hey, I'm just curious, are you looking for more customers? I did this before Christmas with a guy who cleans my carpets. He came in, and like, hey, he was finishing up, and I could tell he loves what he does. I'm like, hey Bruce, I'm curious, are you looking for more customers for carpet cleaning? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, you know what? I now work with a digital marketing agency, and we help small business owners get leads online, get them more customers online. That's something you want to learn more about? And he said, yeah, that'd be great. I'm like, you know what, let's set something up for after Christmas, and then we'll get together and I'll share with you what we're doing. If you like the idea, then great, we can do a trial and see what kind of response you get. And if you want to move forward, great. If you don't, that's okay too. We're still friends. And he was like, that sounds awesome. But if I had been nervous or timid, or, he wouldn't have said yes. Okay, so the way your posture is and the way you carry yourself is really important. So referrals, who do you know who? Okay, 5 words that are super, super powerful. So I would love for you to write this down. Who do you know who? Okay. You can build a multi-million-dollar business just on referrals alone. Okay. Go to people you know, and if they're not small business owners, you could ask them, who do you know who owns, or who do you know who does carpet cleaning? Who do you know who's a good plumber? Who do you know who's a good dentist? Who do you know who owns a small business? Who do you know who owns a small business and they're looking for more customers? Who do you know who owns a gym? Who do you know who owns a yoga studio? Okay, just who do you know who? And that takes the pressure off of the person you're talking to. And if the person you're talking to happens to be a small business owner and you still ask the who do you know who, they might even say, well, I'm looking for something like that. Great. You know what? Let's set up a time to talk. I'll ask you some questions about your business, and then I'll tell you what we're doing. And if you like it, great. If not, no big deal. Okay. So all you want to do is set up the appointments so that you can do the client qualification interview. If you are a client of my agency with Lightbridge, we have a separate client intake form that asks a few more questions than what they have in the vault. But so if you're one of my clients, please use the one we have. But who do you know who is super powerful? Take it, tape it to your bathroom mirror, tape it to your computer, tape it to your car, something in your, like your dashboard, put it on your notepad when you're doing your prospecting calls. Referrals are really powerful. So even, let's say you have a conversation with a small business owner and they say no, they don't want to work with you, like they don't want the leads for whatever reason, then just say to them, okay, I'm sorry it's not going to work for you, but who do you know? Maybe you can help me out. I'm launching my business and I'm looking for small business owners who want to get more customers through the door. Who do you know? Okay. You should be asking this question of pretty much any prospect you talk to. Okay. When or if they say no to you, even if they say yes to you, ask them, who else do you know who's looking for leads? Okay. What happened? I didn't mean to do that. Oh, that was the end. Let me go back to this one. Okay, see, I told you I didn't get to all the slides. Networking events. When you're at a networking event, if it's an official networking event like Chamber of Commerce or an entrepreneurial networking group or meetup or something like that, your goal at those events is just to start the conversation with them and not go into a long dissertation of what you do. Those events are for you to gather information from the other person, learn about them, try to figure out what their needs are, get a business card from them. You don't even have to take business cards yourself, okay? You don't. You could conveniently forget them at home and then get their card and tell them that you'll call them in the next couple days. And that's what you do. A couple days later, you call them up and say, hey, Joe, it was so great meeting you at the networking event. I really enjoyed what you said about XYZ. And I'm curious, tell me about your business. Like what would be a good referral for you? Who's an ideal client for you? So when I run into them, I can send them your way. And you will be in the door so fast with them because you're trying to help them get more customers. And this is just like for people you know, when you tell them you have people you might run into, who's a good client for you? So I'll recognize them when I see them and can send them your way. And they're going to tell you who their ideal client is. And then you can ask them some more questions. You know, are you looking for more customers, clients, patients, whatever? When they say, yeah, you know what? Our company runs digital advertising for small businesses around the country. We're partnered with some of the most talented online marketers in the country. If you're looking for more customers, let's set up a time to talk. I'll ask you some questions about your business and I'll tell you about what we do. And if it's a good fit, great. If not, no big deal. Maybe you could refer me to somebody. Okay, see how easy that is? Lifestyle networking, out and about. That is, like I said, when you just happen to be out, you're living your life, you bump into somebody you either know or you don't know. If it's somebody you already know, go for the referral, okay? If you're not comfortable talking to somebody you know about getting leads for them, then go for the referral, okay? It takes the pressure off of you and off the person you're talking to. So even with lifestyle networking, let's say you meet somebody at Walmart or the grocery store or Target or a department store or something, and you end up starting a conversation with them and they tell you what they do, you tell them what you do, make it less than 10 seconds what you do, okay? Put the spotlight back on them. And then ask them, you know, who do you know who's looking for more clients and customers? What small business owner? Do you know a dentist, yoga studio owner, like whatever? And it might trigger something in their mind and they would give you a referral, okay? And you get the referral on the phone and say, hey, Joe, I just had a conversation with Cindy and she was telling me that you own a business doing dog grooming or whatever their business is. Yeah, I do that. Great. How long have you been in business? They'll tell you, you know, and then you say, look, I do online marketing and we're doing marketing for small businesses all over the country. And if she thought you might be looking for more leads or more clients, is that true? If he says no, then say, okay, I don't want to waste your time then. who do you know who's looking for more business? Because I do digital marketing, and I have a team of people who does digital marketing with me, and we're looking for people we can help to get more clients and customers. Okay? Easy peasy. Okay? A lot of times people make this more difficult than they need to. All right. Does that help? Anybody? Gail, Margie, Cheryl? Cheryl's got thumbs up. Okay. Jean? Awesome. Okay, good. All right. There's one last thing I'm going to talk to you about. Wow, it's almost an hour already. And I know other people are going to watch the replay of this, but here's something to consider. When you're doing your client intake interview, there are 2 questions you want to make sure you ask them when you're going through it. I think one of them is in Jason and James's client qualification interview, but I don't think that the other one is. I know I have a few to give you, and they're not all included, so make sure you write these down, okay, because these are super powerful. So you're going through the client qualification interview. You're asking the questions. You want to make sure, if you're trying to figure out pricing, this is where a lot of people get stuck in L&B. They don't know how to set up pricing for their clients, because different clients, you can do different pricing. You'll have different pricing for a tow truck operator than you will for a loan officer, right? Personal injury attorney. You want your pricing to be based on value, not on time and materials, okay? And not project-based either. You want to base it on value. So how do you find what the value is? It's with this question. You want to ask that small business owner, how much revenue does one client, customer, patient, how much does one customer generate in revenue per year for you? Or you could ask them like a lifetime value. Either way, it works either way. So like I have a chiropractor, and I asked my chiropractor, what is the average revenue that you generate from one client every single year? Because when people go to chiropractors, it's more of a long-term thing. It's year after year after year. And they said it's around $2,500, okay? So I'm not going to run ads for them for a $200 ad spend. No. If I can generate enough revenue for them to replace even just one patient for them, then my advertising is going to be around $2,000, $1,500, $2,000, because one client is going to generate $2,500 for them. Okay, so if they can close one out of all the leads I give them, they're already breaking even. But then there's also the agency management fee that would go in there too, and that's going to be like $1,000 to $2,000 management fee for the chiropractor. Okay, so the first question is, what kind of revenue does each new client or patient or customer, talk in their language, whatever their niche is, what does that bring to you every single year? Okay. And the other thing you want to make sure you ask them are, what are your goals for your business? Like for the next year, 3 years, or 5 years, where do you want your business to be? What do you envision? And you want a business owner who's pretty clear on what their vision is. So like maybe it's a wedding photographer, and it's a single shop wedding photographer. It's just the guy, Joe the photographer. Okay. And Joe tells you, well, I want to have 5 photographers in the next 2 years. And I also want to have some videographers too. And you ask them, well, how many weddings do you want to do per month? And then you're trying to get an idea of what their goals are, right? So when you know where they want to be, like if Joe the photographer only wanted to be Joe the photographer for the next 5 years or 10 years, he wants to stay small. The way you talk to him about advertising will be different than if Joe wants to have 5 or 10 or 20 photographers on his staff. Okay? If he's going to go big, then you're going to ask him this next question, which I know is not in the vault. The next question is, on a scale of 1 to 10, how important is it to you that you blank, whatever they told you their goal was? How important is it to you that you get to 10 photographers in 5 years? How important is that to you on a scale of 1 to 10? If they give you an 8 to a 10, then great, you're going to want to proceed with them. If they tell you a 7 or lower, then this might be difficult for you to say, but it's going to help you. I promise you this will help you. If they're a 7 or lower, you would say, you know what, Joe, I thank you for your time, but I don't think you're going to be a good fit for my agency. Okay, we really only want to partner with people who would say 8 to 10 as a level of importance for reaching those goals, because if I partner up with you for advertising, I can only work with one wedding photographer per, city. And if I partner with you and you don't have goals and you're not willing to go after them, then I need to find a photographer who is. And for a yellow personality, that's hard to say. Okay. Most yellow personalities would have trouble. Even blues would have trouble saying that. A green or red would not have trouble saying that. But you want to posture yourself because you don't want to be stuck with somebody who's not going to produce. And if the person tells you it's an 8 to 10 out of 10, and they told you that the annual revenue from one client is $3,000, then now when you go to talk to that person about pricing, you'll be able to say to them, all right, for us to get you the leads that you want, we're going to need to spend $500 in advertising or $1,000, whatever it is. My monthly agency management fee is $1,000 per month to run the ads. It's a $1,000 setup fee. But if you're willing to get started with us today, we'll cut the setup fee in half. So now it's only $500. Okay. So now you're getting $500 in ad spend, $500 in setup fee, and a $1,000 management fee. You don't need to do trials. Okay. You can call it a trial, but just don't make it free for them. Your time is valuable, and you know what you're offering is important to people, and you know that it works. Okay. If you're not confident with your ability to produce tech, then partner with somebody who is. Then you'll have more confidence to go forward with these clients and say, we can produce for you. So, yeah. So that's basically it. Find out what revenue they bring in per year or per lifetime. Find out what their goals are. Find out how important it is for them to achieve those goals. And then you would talk to them about pricing. And you could do pricing on a follow-up call, or you could do it right then if you're confident in what you want to set the pricing at. Okay. So I would say based on the goals you have, Joe, to get to 10 photographers in 5 years, this is my professional recommendation for advertising. So advertising with us will be part of you getting to that level. A big part of it is you being able to be exceptional in how you handle your clients. They don't like you, you're not going to grow your business. So it takes work on your end too. So this is a partnership. I can work on my end with online marketing, and then it's up to you to be able to close the sale. And then once you're generating more income, then obviously you're going to be able to add more photographers. So does that make sense, ladies? Okay. All right. So that's it. That's it for today. I have a few minutes that I can answer some questions, and I have to get my son off to school. Anybody? What are your questions? Comments? Is this helpful? Okay, Gail, I got to unmute you because you're okay, Gail.
Okay. For what I'm looking into as a person that is a new manager at a restaurant. So I am not looking for the same kind of goal as a single person would be looking as a photographer and
right.
such. What I need some recommendations, first of all, too, of who I could partner up with, and how I can start. I don't want to lose this opportunity because I still haven't had. I'm still new, and he really sounds like he really needs help, and he's asking me. So I want to really take advantage of the opportunity to see what I can do for him. So some of the information that you're sharing for other niches are great, of course, but I'm looking for something for like the restaurant business, which is
restaurant. I'm going to have to think about that one for a minute and how
I owned a restaurant. I can step in here.
Yeah, go ahead, Margie.
Wonderful.
Okay, so their language would be ticket price. So average ticket price. So I had a diner. My average ticket price was like $6. Ruth Chris Steakhouse, her average ticket price is $75 a person. So find out what their general average ticket price is. He should be able to know that off the top of his head, or, guesstimate it pretty quickly. And then, every person you came through the door is worth X dollars to him, right? Okay. So that's how you kind of retool this into that language.
Okay.
So depending on what kind of promotion you're going to offer.
Okay.
I don't know if you're going to do a buy one, get one free.
Or free entree or free dessert.
Yeah.
Or something.
If you want a great one, I'm just going to say, and very, very easy to do on Facebook, would be a birthday offer.
Right, exactly.
So in Facebook you can send it to people who have birthdays this week. So every 7 days, the ad goes to somebody different. And it's a free meal on your birthday because nobody eats on their birthday alone.
Right.
Right? So
Yes. Okay.
they'll come in for their free meal and they'll bring 4 other people with them.
Right. Okay. Well, that's a help. And if I can chat with you at another time, would that be
Absolutely.
okay?
Absolutely. Just
Okay.
ping me or whatever, and I'd be glad to answer any questions if you've got, you know.
Great.
Hey, Gail and Margie, like you can go, Margie, the post that I did for this webinar today, if
Mhm.
you post a comment in there to say, hey, Gail, you can find me here, then she could click on your name and send
Great.
it.
Excellent.
Thank you. Thank you.
My pleasure. Yes.
Perfect.
That's great.
And Gail, as far as partnerships, you can do a post in the Smart Marketers group saying that you're looking for a partner, and you're going to want to ask them some questions you'll get people who will reach out to you, okay, and ask them, tell them you'll private message them, and then in the messenger, you're going to ask them for their tech background, how long they've been doing it, what kind of success rate they've had, what they did prior to LMV, okay, because you don't want to partner with somebody who doesn't know what they're doing.
Yes.
You have-
Last week I had done a post asking for some assistance, and I had 2 people that responded, and then we did some private messaging, but it kind of fell by the wayside, and I haven't heard back. So I'm really
okay. I'll message you. I'll message you with some tips. Okay.
Perfect.
We can have a conversation if you want and see if
I
our
would appreciate that. Yeah.
what you want.
I don't want to take too much time now, but I do want to get something together so that I can give him some information while he's on the interest of it.
I'm certain my tech guy, Dave Stowers, has been doing tech for 18 years, and he's run lots and lots of funnels. So I'm positive he's done some for restaurants.
Perfect.
Yeah, cool.
That would be great. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. All right, Jean, do you have anything you want to say?
Yes. First, responding to Gail, I believe it's very, very important to speak to these people. I'm not real big on Messenger, and I've hired many people in the past. So what I did is I got everybody's phone number, and I set appointments just as if I was hiring them in my, agency down the street. I think they really appreciated that they were being considered seriously. I set an appointment for 1:30, 2, and 3, 2:30, 3, like that. And I spoke to them. I wanted to know how they were speaking. Now, wait, I can't hear. Is Gail talking?
No, she's not talking.
Oh, okay. I wanted to hear how they spoke. I wanted to get a feeling.
You're talking about tech people, right? For partners.
Yes. Partnering with tech. Yes, I'm a salesperson. I don't know. I just did very well that way.
That's a great tip. Oh wait, I'm gonna unmute you, Gail. Okay, now
I would agree. I think this is where I might be a little bit of a green personality, where I want step by step and a little hand holding, and definitely to really have a more one-on-one phone conversation or a FaceTime conversation. That would be tremendously helpful. And I agree with, seeking out people to help me with that process.
Sarah has to get going. I have one more thing can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, just quickly, Sarah.
yes.
I was wondering if this has come up before, but Wednesday night Q&A with the Smart Marketers group on Facebook is really, really too long for those of us who are really trying to work on. If they would, if Jason and James would maybe gear the most important information within the first hour, and then all the contest stuff after an hour,
I know.
more questions and all that, because if you look, there's sure that we have 3,000 in our group. There's only 125 every week. I think a lot of people are just turned off. We cannot be in that 3 hours every week.
Yeah, I'll send it.
Especially now that they want to have these group conversations every day. Oh, brother. But yeah, who are they kidding? But
I
that
agree.
Wednesday night is important. We need to have all the most pertinent information in the first hour. I have to start turning it off after an hour.
I think you are not alone.
Okay.
Dave and I talk about this because we love the value that Jason and James bring.
Yes.
Super
Yes.
knowledgeable, and they have hearts of gold to help people. I think Jason, he goes on for, he says something 3 or 4 times when he could say it once.
Right.
To listen to the replay.
Exactly.
I'll bring that up to him, okay, and see. I did a video call with him just a couple weeks ago, and I'll see what I can do. But it's good to hear this from more than one person.
Thank you.
Some people are saying something. Okay. All right. So thank you. I'm going to mute you. Everybody, thank you for coming on today, and happy to see you again. And I'll post the recording as soon as I get it up in our Smart Lady Marketers group. And I think I will post it on the general YouTube channel, so you can feel free to share this video with other people if you want to, okay? If you like the value you got from it, please comment on our Smart Lady Marketers group for people to watch the replay, and that would help. And let's see, one more comment. So, thank you for that. All right, I know I can't see anything without my glasses. Oh yeah, thank you. Thank you. Okay. All right, everybody. So again, if you want more topics, if you have topic ideas of what to talk about on these webinars, then please feel free to message me or post it in our group. If you want to post things that are inspirational on our newsfeed in our Smart Lady Marketers group, please do. If you find a meme or something that you like that you would think would inspire the women in the group, please do that, because we have right now just a couple people who are really engaging and posting things, and I want all of you to post something. So challenge yourself to do maybe even one post a week in our Smart Lady Marketers group. You can grab something from Google Images, go to Google and click on the Images tab, or go to images.google.com. Type in the keyword like motivational or success or entrepreneur or something, and you'll see a whole bunch of images with quotes come up. And you can use Jing to grab a screenshot and put it in the group. So I don't want to violate copyright laws or anything like that, but if we're keeping it just in our group, I don't think it's a big deal. Or you could go in there on advanced settings in Google Images, scroll to the bottom, and you'll see where there are copyright-free images that you can use. So there's that too. Okay. All right. Love you all. Have a fantastic day, and we will see you in the group. All right. Bye-bye.